Okay, okay. Hit 2 licks in 2 weeks and didn't flaunt it. Ah. welcome back. Welcome back. That was just a little light interlude. That was my single Feels Good, which is available now on all music platforms. Welcome to the Gezelle Talk Show. How are you guys this morning? I hope everyone is doing good. We're about to sip a little tea and get into some good talk. I'm live now on my Facebook page. So if you guys want to join me, it's Gezelle Nicole Hicks Woodard on Facebook. I am live right now, so you guys go ahead and join me over there if you want to see me or see whatever. But I'm there. We were talking about Simon and Portia, of course. Everybody, the whole internet is talking about Simon and Portia. Um, but I was just speaking of how Girl Code was broke. Girl Code was broke on the highest level possible, and it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. And I don't respect that. But at the same time, we all got to be accountable for our actions. And he moved on because the wife was cheating. So I'm not here to bash anyone. Um, but I just feel like it's just a level of respect. Even if the person is not your friend, you know, you come over to their house, it's certain lines you don't cross, you know? And I feel like those lines were crossed. They were crossed. I was reading what somebody said, you don't supposed to, that's why you don't bring girls to your house with bikinis on around your man and blah blah this. And I was just like, okay, that's true, but the man should also be respectful enough and loyal to his wife to know that what he got at home is just as good as anything, flaunting around him. So you just have to have that willpower and that loyalty to to who your life partner is, who you chose to be with. And I feel like, today, I mean, child, you'd be lucky to have a relationship for a year. The way this shit is set up, people is sneaky. They don't give a fuck. They disrespectful on every level possible. But can you guys hear me good on Facebook? If you can hear me good, let me get a thumbs up, a heart, or anything. And don't forget, you can share the live. Hit the share button and share the live. But yeah, so after we were also speaking about Demi Moore. I was just very much so surprised to hear about Demi Moore, the struggles that Demi was having. I mean, we all go through things. None of us are perfect. But I was just very much so surprised to see this coming from Demi Moore. I just always looked up to her, and I just seen her in a different light, and I was just very much so surprised to know about the drug usage, the overdosing, the alcohol, the baby. It was just a lot. So if you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and check out Red Table Talk and the Demi Moore and Rumor, her whole family little sit down was crazy. Now, do you guys watch the show Couples Retreat? It's a show that comes on, I think, MTV or VH1, one of them. It's Couples Retreat. It has AJ from House Party, who is a wonderful life coach, and she's super good. It has Ray J and April, I think that's her name, and it has Mendici and Yandy and Delicious and her guy and Michael Blackson and his girl and Rashida and what's the guy name? Kurt. It has some pretty good people. I mean, it's just a good cast. I mean, and it was really good. I'm not going to even take anything away from it. The show was good. What I don't like is ladies, know your worth. Know your worth. Stop laying down, taking this bullshit from these niggas. I just feel like this day and age, women are just as independent as men, and they can get just as big as a bag as a man can get. So for women to sit there and lie down and take the verbal abuse, the cheating, the disrespect, just because you want to live that comfortable life or to have this man on your arms is ridiculous. Like, my happiness would be first. That would be first. And if I'm not happy, toodles, I gotta go. I got to go. Now, we'll start with Michael Blackson and his girlfriend, because they're not married or anything. They're just a couple. Now, he says he has a problem with keeping his dick in his pants. He said when he got with the girl, he explained that to her, that, you know, he has a lot of side chicks and he's not letting his side chicks go. And she chose to stay there and accept that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So he's still, and then even if you accepted it in the beginning, now you guys have been together for like 10 years. And you're still accepting it? Like, no. No, ma'am. We are not here for the foolery. No, ma'am. But, I also seen Mendici and Yandy. I was rooting for their relationship. I was rooting for Mendici and Yandy. I was rooting. But I fell back once I seen the way Mendici acts. He's such a bitch. He is a real female. I don't understand how Yandy could be with him. Oh, wow. But sorry about that, guys. That was my Google. But yeah, he's just a real chick, because the things that he was saying, like, okay, you went to prison not for what Yandy did, but for what you did. She had nothing to do with why you went to prison, but yet as her partner, she held you down. She not only held you down, but held the family down, because y'all have children together, and then you have children outside of y'all relationship that she also made sure was coming around and was able to see him and speak with him and everything. So for him to say, you know, like, oh, I felt alone in there, and I felt like, yeah, she was doing her part, but she dropped the ball. Like, how selfish. You wanted this woman to send you an email every single day, as well as speak to you on the phone. That's just too much. And like he said, the world stopped for me, but it didn't stop for you. Right. And that's what motherfucking jail need to realize, is that the world keeps going. Bills still got to be paid. Food still have to be produced and put on the table for the children. Everything still has to be taken care of, the same way as when you were home. So for you to sit there and tell this woman that, you know, she dropped the ball when she carried you guys throughout this time, she's carried this relationship, and now you have the audacity, after she's rolled for you, to say some shit like this. I was just very much so like, whoa. That show you just how all men are, all of them are absolutely the same. Just because you're not getting what you want at that time, now you feel like someone is doing something. Yeah, she's doing something, taking care of your kids, paying the bills, making sure food's on the table, and making sure she still has a job and a career. Like, that's not easy street. That is not easy street. And just to be so blatantly disrespectful about it is what really, you know, it bothered me. And then she was like, you know, he do everything to try to keep the kids happy and try to make up to the kids, but he gonna do the same thing for her. Baby, hang that shit up. Why sit there and drag yourself and take yourself through this level of misery? Let it go. Let it go and move on. No biggie. All Tupac. No biggie. No tea, no shade. But that's just crazy. Very much so crazy to me. Who else I was on there and I'm just like, oh, Ray J and April. April, girl. Like, really? If you don't get your motherfucking ass up and get your bags and go on about your business, like, his mother already don't like you, his sister don't like you, if the in-laws don't like you, yeah, you might just want to pack it on up and move it on out. Hey, how you doing? You might want to just pack up and move on out, because that is, who is that, my sister? I can't see because I got the phone. Oh, that's Tisha. Hey, babe. April, girl, you going through the same things that you was going through on Love and Hip Hop, so why are you still there? This, you can clearly see that this man has not grown up. He's still a little boy. And then he say things like, oh, because she'll call him a little boy, and he like, oh, just because he looked like a little boy, he's still a man, blah, blah, blah. No. I don't think she's calling you a little boy because of the way you look. It's more so about the way that you act. And he definitely acts like a kid. He definitely acts like a kid. Like, you don't want to talk about something, you just get up and leave. Like, no, that don't fix the problem. That definitely doesn't fix the problem. And I was just very surprised to see the level of disrespect that he showed towards her, and his nonchalant, I don't give a fuck attitude. I just was not there for it. And that's couples retreat I'm talking about with Ray J and April. I just wasn't there for it at all. Like, no. Now, what did touch me and move me on the show was they brought a medium in. And the medium was speaking to, she don't speak to the dead, but she just feels energies or whatever. And what she was getting was picking up, and it was relating to Kurt and Rashida. I did not know that Rashida had lost a baby from Kurt. I did not know. So we all know that Kurt's mom just died here a few years back. And the baby, the medium was, telling them that the baby is with the mother, is with their, Rashida's mother-in-law, his mother. And the baby's fine. It was very, very, very much so, I was taken aback. But the lady, she was good. Because even Michael Blackson and his girlfriend was sitting at the other end of the table, and they were like cracking jokes, like, saying, basically trying to say that she wasn't real. And she got up and she went to them and she said, can I speak to you guys separately? Mind you, she didn't hear what they were saying. She said, let me speak with you two separately outside of the group. They're like, okay. She pulls them to the side and she said, I'm feeling this energy. And I don't know what it is, blah, blah, blah. And she just went to go on and talking, and she was like, you telling Michael, like, it's some shit with you and you got to fix your shit. You got to get your shit together. I see a coming togetherness in this. And I was just like, oh, wow. And then, boom, that's when she laid it on him. I see a baby. Are you pregnant? And they were. The girl is pregnant, and no one knew it. They didn't speak on it. I'm gonna pull the camera up further because I can't see what y'all saying. So I'm gonna pull my camera up closer so I can read what y'all saying. Yes, Charlene. Sorry about that. I'm also on my podcast, so make sure y'all Check out my podcast as well. But yes, Charlene, I was very much so blown away with that also. Very, very much so. But yeah, so Michael Blackson, I mean, the lady told him that, are they conceiving? Are they having a baby? Are they planning on? But yes, they were having a baby. And I was just like, whoa. Because it really, 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 it solidified her. It solidified her because those who had a false narrative or had some type of feeling of not believing, she made them believe. Like, she really made them believe. And it was just off of what she was feeling. And I was just very much so surprised. But it was super good. If you guys haven't seen it, check out Couples Retreat. I think it's on MTV, VH1, one of those. But it's super, super good. It's a good show. Now, the Delicious, and I think his name's Santana, the guy that she's with, from one of the guys from the what was it called? The park incident that happened in New York. Whatever the park is called up there, but it's from that shit. I was very surprised when he spoke up because I was under the impression, just like I'm pretty sure everybody else was, like, okay, he got out of prison and then he got with Delicious and they got married. Well, no, he got out of prison back in 2003. This I did not know. He didn't get with Delicious until 2018 or something like that, he said. 17, 18, whatever it was. But he was, because basically what they were saying about them was the sex isn't there. I guess his sex drive is not up with hers. And, hey, good morning. Hey, sis. His sex drive, I guess, is not up with hers. And she was saying, like, in the beginning, it was good, it was hot, it was steamy. But the minute she became his wife, then the sex, like, slowed down and everything. And she was trying to figure out why. But I think it's more so because he was like, it's just so much on his plate and he's busy and he's just trying to do so much. So it wasn't really I don't want to have sex with you thing. It's like that night before they were supposed to have sex and he fell asleep. So I think it's just a more, he's older. And that's probably not something that's he's into. Now, my first thought, what does it sound like he's probably going through a lot? Yes, and I'm pretty sure that he is with, just with everything in general. And he divorced his wife. He had married. He came home from prison, got married, had children and everything. And then he left her or whatever happened with that relationship. And then he got with Delicious. But he still is in contact with his children. His children are with him at Delicious' house majority of the time. So I love the connection. I love what they're building and what they're doing. I just hope that they're able to work out whatever problems they're having in their bedroom. And I think Delicious just might be a freak-ass bitch and he just can't keep up with that sex drive. Ain't she from Chicago? Ain't Delicious from Chicago, bitch? Think she one of them Chicago girls. But, Detroit, wherever it's from, wherever. But yeah, the show is really good. I enjoyed it. I was very much so locked into it yesterday. Yes, and that's true too, sis. Men don't express themselves as much as women do. And I think it's just because they don't want to be looked at as a softie or anything like that, or weak. So they don't like to be vulnerable. And that's a problem. Like, you have to be aware and knowledgeable of you completely. Your full you, no matter what it is. Accept it, love it, and express who you are. And that's very much so true. They don't express their feelings. They'll say, like Ray J, the way he was doing, getting up, walking off and all this stuff here, like, are you a kid? Are you a little child? Because that's teenage men. That's teenage actions there. That's what teenagers do. Like, oh, I'm pissed off. I don't want to hear what you got to say. I'm getting up and I'm leaving. And probably called his mama. I wouldn't put it past him. Probably called his mama because, you know, she always in the middle of some bullshit that's going on with him and that girl April. That's why I say I don't even understand why she's trying to continue a fucking relationship with him. He done cheated on you. He done disrespected you on social media. His sister disrespected you on social media. His mother. Like, how much more does it take for you to just say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done. We can co-parent, and that's about it. Too much. He just needs to go on. Right. It's just crazy. I'm just like, I'm not there. Nope. I can't. And the Mandisi, the way he do Yandy, I'm just like, Yandy is a beautiful black woman. She's absolutely beautiful. From her head to her toes. She's beautiful. So I don't understand why would you feel like you can't just move on. Like, life is about being happy, about being the best version of yourself, living your truth, being as happy as you can be. If you're in a situation that's making you miserable, or it's a roller coaster, like one day you're up and the next day you're down, then you're up, then you're down, like, no ma'am. Stress can kill you. I be damned if I'm finna sit there and stress over this nigga. And I don't even know, like, I need to look into it and see what he do for a living. Because he better have a bag. Because if I'm stressing, it better be behind a fucking bag. Shots fired. Y'all can't hear him, but they on my podcast. But yeah, so, crazy. So what about the Real Housewives of Atlanta? What's else to say? But no. Do you deal with the man that don't express themselves or show affection, but you use your man? Hold on, what you say on here now? But how do you deal with the man that don't express themselves or show affection, but you're used to your man doing so? Right. So you have to know when you've just had enough and when you want better. A lot of relationships isn't based off of what TV shows us and what TV has taught us about relationships. So, and then a lot of us didn't see a healthy relationship from our parents or, you know, so on and so forth. So we don't really know a healthy relationship. But we know what feels good to us. We know what feels right and what feels wrong. And if 9 times out of 10, I'm getting the feeling of more wrong than right, I'm not going to continue this relationship because it's costing me my happiness. And that's not good. Stress leads to death. You can stress yourself to death. So I'm not going to be stressed about, okay, how is he feeling today? Or pulling teeth trying to figure out what's wrong with him. Like, in the beginning of my relationship with my husband, that's what we used to go through. I used to have to poke until he bursts and tell me what the problem is. But now, after I've expressed what I will tolerate and what I will not tolerate, and that's where you got to get yourself to that level and let these men know, like, this is what I'm going to tolerate and this is what I will not tolerate. And that's definitely, because we can end this expeditiously. There's no need to sit around and be unhappy. There's no need. It's millions of people in the world, okay? And it's someone for everybody. And maybe he's just not for you. Because a lot of times, God give us signs and try to tell, like, we'll ask God for a sign. If, oh God, if he's not for me, please show me. And he'll show you. The man won't come home that night. Or he'll come home, walk in your door 3, 4 a.m. He's not for you. God giving you that sign. Or he say, I'm finna go with my homeboys. But you're not ever saying, hey, babe, get dressed, get real pretty, let's go on a date. Let's go out to eat tonight. But you'll say, oh, I'm going with my homeboys. Oh, I'm finna go on the block. I'm finna go on here and do this. Or I'm finna go over here with my mama. Or blah, 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 blah. Well, let your mama finish raising your ass and get the fuck up out my house. Take your ass over there with your mama and all your shit and let her finish raising your ass, because clearly you haven't been raised. I mean, and that's just my opinion. We can all agree to disagree, and we can all have our own opinions of how we look at things and how we view it and judge it and everything, or accept it and don't accept it. But that's just where I'm at in life. I just feel like this day and age, I'm almost 40 years old. I am not going to sit around and allow someone to treat me less than how I should be treated. I'm a queen, and I know that. In every sense of the word, I'm a queen, and I know that. And if you can't treat me that way, then fine. You're a king, and I will treat you just as so. But if I can't get the same in return, fine. There's no sense in beating life into a dead cat. Bye. And that's just that on that. You say, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All day long, baby. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And you are worth it. You are worth everything, my love. Okay? Absolutely gorgeous. Let no one tell you less. Okay? And size never made a woman. Know that. But yeah, so love you, love you, love you guys. I love you guys. I thank y'all for tuning in with me and all that good stuff there. I came on here late. I was on my other page, on my Gezelle Talk Show page. So if you guys want to follow my Gezelle Talk Show page, that's where I'll be going live at in the mornings. And you can follow my podcast, because that's what I'm on right here. And we are actually like 40 minutes into it. And I usually do about a half hour. So, and y'all know I got my baby back there. So I got to get into her and get her ready and still get to the boutique by 12 o'clock. So mother is working, okay? But listen, I'll be out and about today. I might swing through the block in the hood and all that good stuff there. So if you out and about and you see me around, chuck the deuces up and show a bitch some love, okay? Flick it up with me, all that good stuff. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Gezelle Talk Show. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to wrap. I had to wrap that up. But yeah, y'all. So hey, babe, how you doing? Yes, y'all. I will be back. Okay, I will be back Friday on this page at 7 p.m. Y'all can catch me at 10 a.m. on Gezelle Talk Show page, as well as my podcast, which is available on Spotify and iHeartRadio and wherever you listen to your podcasts is at. If you listen to podcasts, if you don't, give it a listen, give it an ear, and see if you like it or not. I've been absolutely wonderful, my love. I've been wonderful. How are you? I know you good, though. You always good. Hard-working woman. You know? But so much we got to stand on. So much we have to speak on. I want to thank y'all. We'll get more in-depth and more in tune. Just stay rocking with me. And, hey, share the live. Make sure you guys share, and all that good stuff. Love you guys. Bye-bye.